Hello dear one, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a pick a card reading and asking Spirit what messages they have for us for the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction on December 21st, 2020. Now the interesting thing about the conjunction is that the effects of the conjunction will actually last for years. But today we're going to be looking at what we can expect over the next 3 to 5 months. Now, this is a general reading, so some of the messages may not resonate, and if they don't, then I would suggest you just pick a different pile. Today I have 3 piles. Pile 1 is with the white star charm. Pile 2 has the black star charm, and pile 3 has the pink cutout star charm. So if you want to, you can stop the video for a minute and ask yourself which one is calling to you. And once you choose which pile you'd like to have the reading from, you can go ahead and go to that part of the video. I do have the time codes in the description box below. Okay, take your time, and when you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and start with pile 1. Hello, group 1. If you chose the white star charm, then this is your reading. I'm going to put your star to the side and also your angel card. We'll come back to that at the very end. See what messages the angels have for you. We're going to start with your oracle card, so let's see what you have. Exchanging gifts, true love, the raccoon animal spirit, the power of purpose, and the action card. Very nice. Okay, let's start with the raccoon animal spirit. So the raccoon is a curious animal because, well, he is. He's just curious. He's creative. He's intelligent. And he also knows what it is that he really wants. Whether it's food or a shiny object, he's kind of stubborn about it and very creative in figuring out how he's going to get it. He doesn't give up easily. And so the raccoon has a great spirit to it. But the raccoon also has that side that we sometimes think about the most, is that the raccoon wears a mask and he tends to come out at night. So we kind of think of him as a shadowy type of character. And so Spirit, when the raccoon animal is coming up, the Spirit is kind of asking you to think about it and what are you super creative in, or what talents and gifts do you have that you tend to hide behind a mask? Because that's something that you want to really reflect on, because you also have the exchanging gifts card. And what Spirit is nudging you towards is realizing that you do have some gifts to give. This card is also interesting too, because if you look at the dancer, she's inside this box. And she has this beautiful costume on, but she also has a mask, if you can see that. So she's wearing a mask very similar to the raccoon, right? And if you think about this dancer, she's in the box. She can't even do all of her talented moves and leaps and bounds and all of the twirls that she would like to do while she's stuck inside this box. So one of the things to do is to ask yourself, what talents or gifts do you have that you're hiding because of a variety of reasons? Usually we hide behind a mask when we're not feeling very confident about who we are. You know, it's very common, like if you're going to an event or a party and you really don't know many people there, you might kind of wear a persona that night, right? In essence, kind of some type of a mask, because you just want people to like you. You want to try to fit in. And that's so common because we all want to feel like we belong. But at the same time, Spirit is asking you not to be so confined to what the other people in your life or society is asking you or you think that they're asking you to do, to think about taking off that mask and stepping out of the box and doing all of the beautiful moves that you'd really like to do. And it's not maybe dancing, maybe it is dancing, but for you, it may be some other creative area or gifts. And part of that is first truly loving who you are. Looking in the mirror and realizing that your gifts and talents might be a little bit different than everybody else's. And so maybe you're trying to hide them or not let them shine as brightly as you would normally. And so to take some time to reflect on that your gifts are special and unique, and you need to go ahead and exchange them with the world. That is what your purpose is. That's what you're here to do. And so over the conjunction, over these next couple of months, maybe what you want to do is take a true look at what areas in your life you could take the mask off. You could come out of the box a little bit, stretch yourself a little bit, and try to go on that journey of finding what your true purpose is if you don't already know what it is. Just go ahead and take some action. And if there is something right now that you're resonating with and you're saying, yes, I've really wanted to go, maybe you want to be on a spiritual path, or maybe you want to get more involved in painting or some other artistic endeavor or musical endeavor. Spirit is saying now is the time to start taking some action towards those things, those special gifts that you have inside that you've been kind of hiding from other people. So let's take a look at your tarot. So under exchanging gifts, we have the King of Earth, and this is the good tarot. So the King of Earth is like the King of Pentacles. Six of Water, which is Six of Cups. Five of Fire underneath the raccoon, which is the Five of Wands. The Queen of Water, which is the Queen of Cups. And Two of Water, which is like the Two of Cups. Okay, and now let's take a look at your clarifiers. So you have the Five of Wands. The Ace of Swords clarifies the Six of Cups. The Seven of Wands clarifies the Five of Wands. Oh, nice. The Queen of Pentacles is clarifying the Queen of Cups. And the Eight of Pentacles is clarifying the Two of Cups. Well, this is really beautiful because here we have the exchanging gifts, and we have the King of Earth, which is like the King of Pentacles. And a lot of times, what we do is when we think about the King of Pentacles, he's, very strong in his belief systems. He's very grounded. He's very good at making money. He's also very generous. The King of Pentacles is usually very generous. And so if you're exchanging your gifts, you're also being generous to the universe. You're giving part of yourself, your creative talents or gifts to the world. And inside right now, you might be either conflicted with yourself about that you're really not sharing this. Maybe you've already kind of started getting some nudgings from the universe or from spirit that you need to step out of that box. Or sometimes with the King of Earth, with the King of Pentacles, you might have somebody in your life, maybe a male that is kind of dominating and saying, no, you need to concentrate on making money or being stable, and you can't go out and just kind of like be super creative. You need maybe more of, an office job or a career that's a little bit more stable than something that's a little bit more creative. So you have some type of either internal or external conflict around what your gifts truly are. Because here we have, with the True Love card, we have the Six of Cups. And look, I mean, it's kind of interesting because the Six of Cups, she is looking into the reflection of the pond, just like this woman is looking at her reflection in the mirror, right? And they're both, it's kind of like, yes, I think I see who I really am. I think I see what my gifts are. And those gifts are coming to light because the Ace of Swords is saying that you're getting some indication of the truth of what your gifts really are, where it is that you'd really like to go. Sometimes we think of Six of Cups also as kind of like nostalgia. There might be something that you did as a child or perhaps in the past, and you've kind of had to put it to the side. Perhaps it was something that you enjoyed doing that was kind of a gift, and maybe now is the time to kind of reflect on that and say, hey, what steps can I take in order to bring that back into my life? Because with the raccoon spirit, you have the Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So you kind of have been dealing with this struggle of taking off your mask and feeling like I need to be a little bit more than, concerned about what other people think. Because if you look in this card, there's like butterflies and moths and all these little lights around her. You are protected and you are strong enough to defend yourself. You need to not be afraid. Take your mask off and don't be afraid. You have the defenses within you. And so we're moving into the power of purpose. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Hearts. So whatever it is that your gifts that you're thinking, well, maybe I do have some gifts and I would like to share those, that really could be part of your purpose. And what Spirit is saying is that when you really are coming from your power of purpose, when you're really, whatever occupation or job or career that you're thinking about doing, if it also is in line with your purpose, you're going to enjoy your work and you're also going to have financial stability with it. So you don't have to worry about that. Go with go with your creative talents, because now, especially over these next 3 to 5 months with the conjunction coming, it's time to take action. It's definitely time to take action. And what they're saying is if you work on something that you love, everything's going to come together for you. You're going to love yourself. You're going to love yourself. And you're going to find that, when you really and truly love yourself, it's kind of interesting. Everybody starts to love you even more because you're being your true and authentic self. Now let's take a look at your angel message. So the angels have a love. Negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. Okay, that goes right along with what we have been seeing here, is that you have to put down the conflict and the negative thoughts. You have to come away from your mask and start loving who you truly are. And because you're not doing that, if you're not doing that, you're not going to have your true purpose and happiness. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Allow our healing light to flow through your heart. Consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. Well, that is right here where the angels are saying that to feel both your heart and your mind aligning. You're coming into an alignment with your true pursuit of happiness and your purpose, which really comes from your purpose here. Because you have divine potential, and you're going to find that through your power of love. First, start with loving yourself, and then it'll just spread, and you'll be able to step out of that box and share your gifts with the entire world. This is a lovely reading. I'm so excited for you, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Goodbye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the Black Star Charm, then this is your reading. And I'm going to put your charm to the side along with your angel card. We'll come back to that at the very end. So right now we'll start with your oracle cards. Let's see what you have. Between Worlds, Fear, the octopus animal spirit. Wish upon a star. And strategy. Okay, so there's a definite message from Spirit here. And we'll start with the octopus card. The octopus, I can totally relate to the octopus because the octopus, if you look at the cranial area, the octopus has a lot of different colors there, and the rest of the card is black and white. And it's showing that the octopus has like a lot of great ideas, creative ideas, or ideas for business, or just ideas in general of what the octopus would like to do. But the problem with that the octopus has, it has all of these tentacles or arms, and the octopus has a hard time getting all of the arms to move together towards the goal that the octopus has. And if you look, all of the different tentacles are kind of going in different ways. And so Spirit is pointing out that there might be some type of a goal or a dream that you have, but the problem is that you're having trouble staying focused and going to follow that dream. And sometimes what happens when we have some fear around a dream is that we tend to kind of have self-sabotaging, habits. And they're really kind of like habits. So instead of like having a plan and working towards the certain goal, what you do is you allow any kind of little distractions to come into your life to keep you off track. And it could be little things. A lot of times, we want to be so helpful to our family and friends or to our boss that we tend to go ahead and let them kind of, if they ask us to do anything, we'll drop everything just to go and help them. And what Spirit is saying is that that's actually a type of, you're kind of like self-sabotaging. You're using your inner fear to kind of sabotage your real goal. Because if you look at this sweet little face, right? She has her hands over her heart and she's really focused, so super focused on something that she's really wishing for. And so it's kind of a moment for you to stop and say, wow, place your hands over your heart and close your eyes. What is it that you really, really want? Because you might just be afraid that you can't ever achieve it for whatever reason. Maybe you've had, a lot of disappointments in the past and you just think, oh, that's just so out of reach. There's no way that I can ever get that dream or wish to come true. And so by like not believing in yourself, what you're doing is you're staying busy and you're doing some really good things, but they're for other people. They're not really for you and for what your dream is. Because one of the things is that, yeah, you're over here. You're kind of like in the gray area of life. It's not that you have a bad life. It's just that it's not the one that you're wishing for. It's not super colorful, full of adventure. And so Spirit is saying to you, you need to make a strategy. You need to make a plan and you need to stick with it. You have to get all the tentacles going in the same direction and don't let your fears stop you. All right, let's take a look at the tarot and see if there's anything else that comes out. So under Between Worlds, we have the Five of Air, and this is the good tarot, and I love these cards. The Five of Air is like the Five of Swords. And it's kind of interesting if you look at those two cards because, flamingos, they tend to balance on one leg, and she's balancing on one leg too. So we'll come back to that in a minute. Under Fear, you have Three of Fire, which is like the Three of Wands. Octopus, you have the Ace of Water, which is like the Ace of Cups. Under Wish Upon a Star, you have Temptation, which is like the Devil card. and then Page of Pentacles or Page of Earth under Strategy. And clarifying the Five of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands. Clarifying Three of Wands, you have the Page of Wands. Under the Ace of Cups, wow, you have two Ace of Cups right there in the center. How lovely. You have the Four of Swords under Temptation and the Hermit card clarifying the Page of Pentacles. Okay, let's start with this because I love that both of these cards kind of like, you know, are balancing. Both the dancer and the flamingo can balance on one leg. But the problem is that when we're trying to balance, and maybe, you know, you're balancing, maybe you're kind of in a transition period right now and kind of balancing between these two. Like every once in a while, you kind of step out and you try to go into the colorful world, but then something brings you back, right? And you go back into the gray. And so think about that with the octopus, right? Like if you're balancing between the two, do you let the tentacles sometimes drag you back into the world of the gray instead of letting you stay focused and going into the colorful world? Because Spirit is sending you the Ace of Wands. You're getting some kind of inspiration right now, and maybe it's just enough to let you teeter over into the colorful world. And your job will be to follow your strategy, to make it really clear to yourself what it is that you want, and then staying on track and going for it. Because here you have, with the Fear card, you have the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands. And this is wonderful going together. It means that, you know, you may be a little bit fearful, but to put the fear to the side, because it's time to get into the boat and go on to a new adventure. You're kind of leaving this gray world behind, right? You're getting in the boat and you're saying, hey, I'm leaving the gray world behind and I'm going towards the colorful world. I'm going to take that voyage. I'm going to put my fears to the side and take the voyage. Because you also have the Page of Wands, which is a little bit stronger than like an Ace of Wands. So you really do have some momentum coming here with the conjunction. It's a perfect time. If there's something that you've really been wanting to do, this is a really good time to go ahead and start it. Because here, the universe is also saying, hey, we love you. And we want you to go ahead and get your wishes and dreams to come true. We're here to help you. Two Ace of Cups. This is just beautiful. This is a new beginning. And it could be either in a new career, a new home, or even a new love. It could be in any of those areas, whatever it is that you're dreaming. Because here, when we have the Wish Upon a Star, we have the Temptation card, which is like the Devil card, and we also have healing. And, you know, the Devil card, it can mean that sometimes that we get caught up in doing some things, the self-sabotaging, you know, we're allowing other things to come into play and we're not staying true to ourselves. You know, that could be anything, you know, video games, watching TV, you know, it could be anything, overeating, over drinking. It can also be where you're kind of overdoing for other people. And what Spirit is saying is that you're healing. You may have had some kind of a setback in the past. Perhaps you tried to start a new business or venture or creative project, or maybe, you know, even in love. You had something that kind of, you know, set you back. You have this fear. But Spirit is saying it's time to heal that. It's time to move on from your fears. Don't get stuck in your fears. It's time to go ahead and do the healing. And one way to heal is to concentrate on what it is that you really want and not allowing the fears and the busyness of life to get you sidetracked. So it's time to go ahead and get your strategy together, because here we have the Page of Pentacles and the Hermit card. You may even be thinking about starting like a spiritual business or something, because the Hermit card is very spiritual. But if you're, if that's not the direction, what it is saying is that it's time to go within and ask yourself, what is it that you really want out of life? And making a strategy, being really honest with yourself. Like, if something didn't work in the past, why didn't it work? Why did that not work? Because I want to make a strategy. I want to overcome the things that kind of like kept me from being successful in the past. And remember, even when you have a setback, whether it's in career or love, it doesn't matter, because you learned something. You learned from that experience, and it's time to put the fear of whatever happened to the side and say, okay, what did I learn from that? Well, how can I use that information in my strategy to make my plan and to be successful in reaching whatever dream it is that I have? So here we have your angel message, and this one is a prayer. It says, "Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future and feel your eternal love within and around me. Oh, I'm sorry. Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you." That's a beautiful card, and it resonated. It really goes with this, because it's asking, if you need to, ask your angels for help to overcome the fear, because they have a lot of love for you. They are on your side. All you have to do is ask for their help and guidance, and you're going to get there. You're going to get your wish to come true, because what they're saying is that you deserve it. Whatever occurred in the past, let it be. Let it stay in the gray world. It's time for you to step into this colorful, adventurous, free spirit of a world. Leave the fear in the past. And it is kind of interesting. If you look at, I just noticed this, if you look at these two cards, this side is all kind of gray and dark. And then over here, look at, you're stepping into the colorful world. Really think about that. What is it that you need to leave in the past? When you're moving into the future, there are things that you have to leave in order to have, kind of an opening for new things to come in. And Spirit is saying, ask us for guidance. We're here to help you. We love you. We want you to get your wish to come true. And all you have to do is leave the fear in the past and step into your bright new future. Oh, group 2, this is a lovely, I'm so excited for you. This is a lovely, lovely reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Hello, group 3. If you chose the pink cutout star charm, then this is your reading. I'm going to put your charm to the side along with your angel card, and we'll come back to that at the end. So we're going to start with your oracle cards and see what Spirit has to say. We have Time to Go, the Honoring Path, ooh, the Golden Egg, Spirit of Gratitude, and Happy Family. Okay, so this is kind of looking like, some type of a connection, whether it's romance or family oriented. And so let's start with the Golden Egg. The Golden Egg is a really special card, because what it's saying is that you have some type of wish or a dream, some essence about you that's really, really special. And so what we do is, you've kind of built this nest around this idea or these people that are in your life, and you've protected it. But one of the things is that you have to make sure that you're not overprotecting it. You have to make sure that you're giving it, you're nurturing it, but you're not covering it up. Because when we see the time to go card and the honoring path. One of the things that, kind of stands out is that the honoring path is you honoring yourself, and making sure that everybody in your life is also honoring your path. They may not agree with what it is that you want to do, but at the same time, they respect you and they support you in the fact that they realize this is something that you really want to do. But before you can ask other people to really honor your path, you have to honor your own path. And sometimes that means that you have to let things go. Whether that's a job or the place that you live or even people in your life. Sometimes the best thing to do is just to realize, wow, I don't want to, but at the same time, I have to let this job, these people stay behind, and I've got to go on my path. Because this one is the honoring path, and here she is on a path, and she's just picking up her skirts and running down the path, and maybe not really knowing where the path is going to lead, but having the faith in herself that she's going to make it. She's going to be fine. She's taking her golden egg and going down the path. And one of the ways that you can get there is just by having gratitude. Keep coming back to yourself. Have gratitude for what you have in your life, for the job, for the people, for the connections that you have in your life. Because when you have the gratitude for what you already have in your life, sometimes you can realize what it is that you really want, what path you really want to go on, how you want to protect your egg and yet not overprotect it, just nurturing it. Because you do have a happy family card. And so the happy family, has something to do with family connections. Even if, you're not with somebody at this time, it means that you could have a new romantic partner coming in, but it's really just about those connections to family, whether it's your immediate family or extended family, or even your family of friends. You definitely have something on the horizon. And so what you may need to do, there may be people in your life that you need to leave behind in order to get to the part where you have a really happy family life, or great connections, really strong connections, people that are honoring you and your path, that are going to be supportive on your journey. So let's see what the tarot has. So you have the Two of Fire, and this is the good tarot. So Two of Fire is like Two of Wands, the Fool card, the Hermit card, the Sun card, and the Lovers. Okay, so group 3, you have 4 major arcana here. So it really is showing me that you really do have spirit. Spirit is surrounding you. This is this could be a really big life change for you. You may be thinking of leaving something behind and going after what it is that you really and truly desire. And looking at this, it could be people that you are leaving behind. It could also be, an occupation or career path that you've been on. But with the Lovers and the happy family here, I'm really feeling like this is more of, connections, either romance or family. Okay, so you have Page of Swords, Two of Wands, Knight of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so with Time to Go and the Two of Wands here, I think you already are kind of thinking about this. I don't think this is, if this is not resonating with you at all, then you may want to go to one of the other pile in the pick a card. because I think that you may have already started thinking about this. You're going to get a piece of information that's going to help you make this decision. You are already kind of deciding on what it is that you need to let go. You need to leave behind. You're ready to go on the path. You're just trying to make sure, is this the right decision? And it seems like Spirit is saying to you, yes, with this new conjunction, you're going to get some piece of information that's going to help you make this decision. And you're going to know it really is what you need to do. And, you know, with the honoring path and the Fool card and then the Two of Wands, yeah, you're going somewhere new. You're getting ready to honor yourself and go for what it is that you really want. And you know, with the Two of Wands, you know, there's a decision that you have to make. Am I going to stay or am I going to go? And with the Fool card, it really looks like you're thinking you're going to go. You're ready to go. You're ready to go out into the world and find what it is that you truly, truly want, because your golden egg is calling to you. Your golden egg is maybe being covered up a little bit too much in the nest, and it's like, hey, we're ready to go. We're ready to fly. We're ready to hatch, right? We're ready to go somewhere. And you may have been spending a lot of time by yourself with the Hermit card, really thinking about this. I think you're probably very spiritually connected because you have so many major arcana, the Hermit card. You may have had to heal from something in the past, but with the Knight of Wands, this is coming in pretty quickly. I think once you make this decision, you're going to go, and you're going to go quickly, and you're not going to I think you're going to look to your spirit guides and ask for their help, but I think you're just like ready to go, and maybe you're just waiting for, you know, the new year, January to come, or you know, or the conjunction. You're really ready to go. And I think that you are grateful. Keep in mind that even the people that you may be leaving behind, you have the Six of Cups, so it's nostalgia. You're definitely leaving people behind to go and shine your light. And you know, be grateful for the people that helped you to get this far on your journey. And maybe they did honor your path, and maybe at times they didn't quite honor your path, and maybe that's why you feel like you have to let them go. But even when people don't honor our path, we learn from that. And so be grateful for those lessons, that your path is something that you really have come to think, I really need to protect my egg and my path, and I'm going to be grateful for what I have and the experiences that I have, but I am ready to go. I'm ready to go shine my light. I'm so ready. I mean, this is just like, it's almost like you've already kind of made the decision. You may already be on this path because you have the happy family. So these are connections, whether they're family or really close friends. You're going to come into a time where you have some people that are really and truly honoring your path and honoring you. And you have the Lover's card. So you could possibly, you know, if you're looking for a new romance in your life, it could definitely be a new romance. Sometimes with the Lover's card, it's just falling in love with yourself again, just realizing who you truly are. And, you know, with the Lion, we see that with the strength of it all. And then with the Five of Cups, you know, maybe there's going to be a little time on your journey where you're sitting there and you're looking at the 3 spilt cups. But remember, you have these 2 back here. Concentrate. Be grateful for what you have, right? Concentrate on that. And don't worry so much about what you're leaving behind, because you do. You have the strength. You have the strength. You have the love. You definitely are guided by spirit here. You definitely have the angels on your side. Spirit is definitely on your side. So let's go ahead and read your angel message, conflict. This is kind of interesting because it does look like you've had maybe some conflict in the past. Maybe that is what this, Page of Swords is talking about, is the message. You're getting that final message. Yes, I'm ready to leave this conflict. All right, so I'll read this to you. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you would love, not what you think you should. That totally resonates, because what they're saying is, like with this Two of Wands, you have two of Wands, you're trying to decide, between, what you think is right for you to do and what it is that you really want to do. And what, Spirit is saying, hey, you have the strength and you definitely are grateful. Keep concentrating on that, because your golden egg is been suppressed for too long. It needs to go on this new journey. You need to honor your path and know that you're ready. You're ready to start. This is lovely. I hope you enjoyed your reading.